Question number 2. When our kids were little, it was easy to find time and space for sex, naps, early bedtimes, put them in front of a movie for a bit. Now that they're older, they're always right there. Any ideas?
Oh, man.
Good question. Well, first of all, they shouldn't always be right there.
Well, that would be one of those. Could you give us a little more context here? What do you mean there?
Yeah.
I mean, we've experienced some of that. We homeschooled for years and years and years. So they literally were like just right there, a lot of our life. They're not at school, for hours on end or whatever. Right. They were at home. They were in our home for sure. So, I mean, that could be part of this context as well. Yeah.
I mean, it's like, does your husband have flexibility? Can you go take him lunch? Can he swing in for lunch? Are your kids at school? Are they homeschooled? So obviously lots of variables here that we're not privy to.
Right.
So specifics can be hard. But I think in general, be creative.
Oh, yeah, that was what I was going to say.
And then be intentional. We were talking with a bunch of friends in our city group last night. And it's like, okay, show of hands. How many of you guys have in the past calendarized intimate encounters?
Put it on the calendar.
And everyone's like, yeah, a bunch of us. And some were like, well, we feel like if we put it on the calendar, it's not as spontaneous or it's not as fun. It's like, well, think about every other area of your life that's important. Exercising, financial management, giving generously, managing the intake of how much sugar or whatever. And if you lived every area of your life that's important spontaneously, you wouldn't do nearly as good as you think you do. If it was just spontaneously up to you to manage your sugar, you'd be like, I don't think I eat that much sugar. And then for 1 week, you write down how much you actually eat, and you're like, wow, I take in 9,462 million grams of sugar a week. I need to cut this out. Or, oh yeah, we're generous. We give when we feel like it. And then you rarely feel like it. And you look back over the course of a week, a month, or a year, and you haven't given much to your church. No, it's the discipline of tithing. It's a discipline of self-control of the eating. It's a discipline of, I work out. When I got the time, when I feel like it.
Yeah.
Okay, you went for a walk once last fall, as opposed to like, I'm going to get up at this time and spend this much time working out. So I think one of the ways you can overcome that is put time on the calendar. This is mom and dad time. We're working on our marriage. We've had code words that we've instituted that, hey, and we say the code word and the other one copies that and we find a way to make some space and it's doable. Get it on the calendar, get code words, get a lock on your door.
For sure.
Restore the sanctity of your marriage bedroom. Right? I mean, like we've said this before.
It's super practical.
Our kids don't just walk in, they knock. It's like, this is our space to...
They knock and wait for a response.
Yeah.
They can't knock and come in.
Yeah. This is
mom
and dad's room, not just to like be intimate, but to like have some sanity and work on our calendar and regroup and make a plan for the rest of the day or the week, or just have a little bit of just regroup time. And so, protect and maintain the sanctity of your bedroom so that both the husband, but specifically the wife, feels like she has a place to go.
Yeah.
And you don't have to have a 10,000 square foot mansion to have a sanctified, holy of holies master bedroom where the wife and husband can retreat. Anything else to add to that?
No, I just think it's super good and important. I think if your kids are not so young that they're going early to bedtime, that means they're old enough to probably be independently hanging out in the kitchen, for a little bit, or in the living room, playing a game or whatever. And I think that's important to help even train your kids. Hey, mom and dad, we have some things to talk about. Like, that's all you got to say. We got some things to talk about. We're going to be in our room and we need to be left alone for a little bit. You guys are supposed to do this or do this. That's, I'm assuming, like, if the kids are around all the time.
Yeah. I mean, if you've raised kids the right way, they're not like sexually savvy.
True.
Okay?
True.
If you're sending them to government schools and they're watching porn at 8 on their friend's phone on the bus, then life's going to get harder. But if you've raised them right, if you've guarded their hearts, protected what they've seen, they're not walking around like sexually cognitive of like the world around them. And so you can slip a lot by them. Now they get older, 18, 19, 20, they're becoming a little more aware, but again, they're still, if they've been guarded and protected, and not sexualized by the world, they're just not thinking those categories all the time. Sure. And so we have a little code word that we say, and our kids aren't going to listen to this hopefully, but like our kids have no idea that we have a very vibrant, regular, fun, fulfilling, frequent, intimate life. And sometimes it happens right under their noses.
Not literally, but like, yeah. No, it's, yeah.
So
it's
get
good.
creative, man. Have fun.
Mm-hmm. I was going to turn back to the creative thing too. I mean, that's supposed to be the fun part of the marriage bed, and the fact that you have 20, 30, 40 years of this exciting adventure that you're on. So it's like, don't get stuck in a rut. It's, the kids are older now. Okay, well, we get to be creative. Let's figure out what we're going to do. Maybe it's not in your bedroom all the time. Maybe, there are things to think about here. Like, you just be creative and
think outside the box.
Think outside
ladies.
the box a little bit. So, and women, I think especially, we need to be encouraged to do that more, because I think that can be more of a propensity of a woman to kind of get more into the rut. And so it's like, no, let's think outside the box a little bit. Be a little more.
And just for context, we have 4 kids. We have 4 teenagers right now living in our home. Yeah. It's absolutely possible.
Yes.
It's not like, well, I guess for the next 8 years, I just won't see as much, babe. I mean, that's not happening.
No, and sadly,
I'm a motivated problem solver.
Well, and sadly, I think that is sometimes the MO of some people, and potentially more mothers than fathers, to be like, no, we're focusing on the kids right now. Well, whoa, careful. Like, just because you're super busy with your growing kids and their things they're involved in and what you're going and doing, it's like, beware, stay focused on your marriage. And one of the best ways to do that is on your intimacy. Otherwise, your kids are going to be gone. You're going to be like all alone in your house and not know what to do.
That's really good.
Don't get there.
Plus, I think when we've had times before where it's just whatever excuse, crazy season or whatever, and it's like, hey, it's been longer than
it usually
is for us, and it's like, let's be honest, I'm not fun to be around. Like, I am cranky. You know what I mean? Some people get hangry. I get sex
No,
hangry.
Don't even try and come up with a word. I don't even know what you're going to say.
But it's just... I know we're not supposed to get personal here, but here we are.
Yeah.
But it's like, ladies, help them out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It is a need. It actually is a legitimate God-given need.
And for the husbands too, a woman needs to not just be a mom.
Yeah.
She needs to be a wife.
That's right.
She needs to be a woman, and it's your job to remind her.
Yeah.
All right.
That's good.
Hey, if you enjoyed that clip, you can click here to listen to the full podcast, or click in the link below and go wherever you listen to podcasts. And we're here, we're there, we're everywhere. Hopefully you can find us. And if you'd like some more free resources, you can head to StrongerManNation.com.